October 13th, 2022. Hope everybody out there's having a good day today. Started by saying if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Talk to you a little bit today. Should you be buying gas now? That's a simple answer. If you prefer to pay more for your gas, don't go buy any gas. Just buy it when you need it every day, every week, or whatever. But for right now, if you've got the ability to do it, you got some extra jugs sitting around or something, you need to go get gas now. We're seeing gas creep up here about 40 cents in the last week. What I'm thinking is going to happen is after the midterms are over, I think we're going to see gas skyrocket even higher than it was before back during the summer. I told y'all watch for it to go back up higher than it was, because that's what they do. See, they set their precedents by saying, okay, we got gas up $4.50 a gallon. People complained, but they still bought it. So what's that tell them? We can go $5.50, $6.50, $7.50. People will complain, but they'll still buy it. The number one reason I heard when gas was high, and I've said this in my videos before, why people kept buying gas when it was that high, the number one answer was, I'm not going to walk. So that tells you right there, even if gas gets up to $10 a gallon, people are still going to buy it. Now some people might quit, doing all the extra running around and stuff, but they're still going to buy that gas because they've got to have it. They're dependent on it to get to their job, or to, get to the doctor, or take their kids back and forth to school. That's just the way it is. But if you need gas and you're wanting to stock up on some gas, I highly suggest doing it now, because after the midterms, I'm pretty sure thinking we're going to be way up higher than we was before per gallon. And one of our friends on Facebook posted asking why gas went up, and I said, this is nothing. Be prepared after the elections for it to go up. And a lot of people told me, you're crazy, it's not going to go up that high, or it's not going to go up. We're just seeing a little more because it's coming up on, Thanksgiving time and Christmas, so gas, shoots up a little bit. It's not what's going on. You got OPEC out here cutting oil. We're not drilling. We're not doing our own oil anymore. We got refineries that are shut down. There's places that's having issues with their refinery processing. So we're going to see gas go back up. Is it going to shoot up tonight? Tomorrow you wake up and it be $5, $6 in my area, $5 to $6 a gallon? Probably not. But we're going to slowly see it creep up real slow. And then I believe after the midterm election, what's going to happen is it's going to shoot up higher than it was before. Our national average there at one time was over $5 a gallon. In my area, $4 and something a gallon. If it hit $5, I kept asking people, what's your stopping point? 5, 6, 7, 8, and I got the overwhelmingly the same answer. I kept getting told I got to have it, and they know that. They know that you'll buy gas no matter what the price is. If they come out tomorrow and gas was $20 a gallon, most people would still buy it. They would complain, they would gripe, they would pitch a fit, but they would still buy it. Now, who does this hurt with the gas prices going up? Essentially the working poor. Now, working poor, I've told you my thoughts, we don't have a middle class in America no more. Everybody that's working is essentially working poor, until you get up in the higher income brackets of, six-figure dollars. But around my area, the average income, hourly income, if you was to figure it, would probably be around $10 an hour, maybe 12, but that would be the overall average. Now, yes, there's people that make $20, $30 an hour, but there's a lot more making $9 and $10 an hour, so it kind of averages out. Now, you take, that's $12 an hour, it's $480 a week. If you've got insurance, that's going to take a big chunk of it. Your taxes are taking a big chunk of it. So you're bringing home, $380, $400, maybe even less than that, depending on what type of insurance you got and things like that. But in my area, a lot of people don't have health insurance. I've told you I don't have health insurance. Number one, if you find an affordable health insurance with a low premium, your deductible is so high you can't afford to go to the doctor to get anything done. I worked at a mill one time, and they had real cheap insurance, but the deductible was $10,000. That's how they get you. Yeah, you might get cheap insurance, but your deductible is going to be what? If you've got something seriously wrong with you, that's where the issue is. You're going to come out of pocket for a lot of money. But to get back on point with the gas, if you've got empty gas jugs sitting around, some stable, be sure to get that if you're going to use it. Some people say it'll last up to a year, 2 years, or longer. Personally, I've never stored gas past about 6 months use. We try to rotate it out as much as possible. But with that said, with gas going up, you may have to start long-term figuring out a solution to store it long-term. I know a lot of people, they can't store gas. They don't live nowhere where they can store gas, so they're the ones that's going to get hit the hardest with these high gas prices. And you know, do the best you can. It's about the only thing I can tell you if you're in a situation like that. You're probably going to have to cut down on your driving. You know, you're running around all this and that, and just point A, point B, point A, point B, back and forth. That's the only way you can deal with it if you don't have no way to store gas or no place to store gas. Be careful storing gas. I'm not going to tell you where to store it. You can read up on it yourself. You know, that's not my place to tell you how and where to store your gas. You read up on that and figure it out yourself. But I do firmly believe that after the election, after the midterms, gas is going to go up. And more than likely it'll go up higher than it was before. That's my opinion on it. I may be wrong. It may float back up to where it was to start with, you know, back during the summer. But if anything shows us anything, the way everything keeps repeating itself, it's going to happen. So if you've got extra jugs, you've got empty jugs, I suggest you go out and get some gas today, this weekend, because next week it'll probably go up a little more. You won't believe how many people don't understand why gas is going up. They just see it going up, complain, fork out the money and buy their gas, and they're on down the road. But try to get prepped up on it. Like I said, you need to get you some Sta-Bil or something like that if you're going to long-term storage it. But, you know, do what you got to do type situation here with this. Everybody stay safe out there. If you're still watching, please hit that subscribe button. Like or dislike the video. Comment on it. So I want to know your thoughts on it. Do you think that, you know, even if gas hits $10 a gallon, people will still buy it? I personally do. You know, there'll be some that can't afford it. I understand that. But overwhelmingly, the majority of people will still buy it more than likely. Let me know your thoughts on this. Stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Always be aware of your surroundings. Protect yourself and your family at all times. You're not safe anywhere in America or the world anymore. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Y'all have a good day. Get prepped up.